Welcome to the Ministry in this 2000 point game of Death Guard versus Space Marines. So I'm trying something different with my Death Guard today. I'm going to go for a battalion and a Vanguard detachment. So heading up the battalion, I'm going to have 2 Malignant Plague Casters. I'll go with the Psychic Powers later. They obviously come stock. You got 10 Poxwalkers. We've got a unit of 6 Plague Marines, and the Sergeant's got a plasma gun, and there's 2 Blight Launchers in there. And he's also got a Plague Sword, so you'll be rerolling failed wounds, not just wounds of 1. We've got another squad of 6 Plague Marines with 2 plasma guns. Again, Sergeant's got a plasma gun and a Plague Sword. So that's the 3 troops. We've got 3 fast attacks. We've got the Blight Crawlers, and they come with the multi-melter, the missile launcher, obviously the acid spitty maws, and their very sharp gribbly teeth. Whichever way you want to do this. And there's the Chaos Land Raider as well. Obviously comes with the twin heavy bolter and the las cannons, and a couple of Nurglings there taking control of it. And we've also got a Hellbrute, who will be having a twin las cannon and a Hellbrute fist with nothing in it, so just stock. And then the Vanguard detachment, we've got the Warlord today, which is the Daemon Prince Casumarzu, who has Malefic Talons, Wings, Sub-Rating Plate, and the Warlord trait is the... I've just totally forgot what it's called. It's the one that gives him his disgustingly resilient on a 4-up unless it's against mortal wounds. Revoltingly resilient, I think it's called. We've got a Foul Blightspawn, who comes stock. We've got the Deliman, who comes with his plasma gun and a big book and a bone pen. And then we're going to take some Death Shroud Terminators. And these guys come... couldn't afford the extra little flamer on the captain, so they just come stock as well. And that comes in... It's obviously not a very big force. It comes in bang on 2,000 points. There you go then, 2,000 points, battalion detachment. That'll give us 7 command points. Like I said, we've gone over the Warlord trait. The Psychic Powers is... Blades of Putrefaction on the Daemon Prince and Smite. This guy's going to have Miasma of Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality. This guy's going to have Miasma of Pestilence and Gift of Contagion. And apologies for my voice today because I do have a bit of a cold, so it's been very, very croaky. Okay, let's take a look at the other army. So here's Dave's 2,000 points of, was it Salamanders today?
Salamanders, yeah.
Salamanders, so I'll let Dave describe what he's got and I'll do the...
You're going to have a Tech Marine, just with a chain sword, not a power sword. Whirlwind, basic, Mortis Dreadnought with las cannons, Leviathan with the Gravflux and Storm Cannon.
Has the Whirlwind got the, which launchers it got on, the 2d6 or the heavier one, the strength 7?
The 70 points, whatever that is.
We'll check that out and see.
You got your battalion, yeah. Barebones Captain, Mastercrafted Bolt Gun, Lieutenant with a chain sword. You got a Flamer Squad and a Melter Gun Squad. Can't see which way around.
So it's Melter Combi, Melter Combi Melter, Flamer Combi Flamer on the Tactical Squad. Scouts Squad
without the camo cloaks, with the sniper rifles. Yeah. 2 Assault Cannon Razorbacks. Yeah. 1 with the Storm Cannon, and then you've got a Vanguard detachment, Captain on a bike, counts as Power Fist, and company veterans on bikes. I think it's 2 Power Fists and 2 Lightning Claws. Counts as Dreadio. Yeah. Dreadnought with the autocannon battery and Hellfire Dreadnought.
The Sail Twin Las. And we'll just point these out as well. These are the objective markers Dave's made, which are super awesome. So we've got Brother Almost Dead in there, and obviously leading through this sort of half decapitated Marine. Good use of the drop pod inner thing there to make a terminal. The old school Space Hulk Terminator for number 5, and another banner at 6. But rolled up, we're going to be playing Contact Loss today, which is the one where we'll get 1 objective, turn 1, then it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Dave's going to have 8 command points to my 7. So it should be an interesting game, both very elite and very small.
See what happens.
I think this is actually the least amount of Dreadnoughts you've probably ever borrowed.
Just the 4.
4? Just 4 a day. So we'll see, but it'll be interesting, I think. So we're going to roll up and place the objectives down, then we'll come back and show you where everything's set up. And here is the battlefield for today. So again, the game mat is by Game Mat EU. The scenery's a mix of GW mostly. I think it's TT Combat. People have been asking about some of the scenery. TT Combat for the MDF stuff. I cannot remember who did these things. Let's see if I can dig them out. But they're my sort of like decrepitated A-hangers type things. Go good for orkies and guard type lists. But anyway, we're in obviously a former Imperial sort of cathedral, stronghold, whatever storage area that's been wrecked and ruined. And the Nurgles are here, the Death Guard, to just carry on the destruction, spread the filth, which is probably why I got my cold. I got a bit of Nurgles rot. So anyway, spread the filth. So this bunker's just going to be a line of sight blocking a bit of terrain today. Obviously no one's going to get in it or anything like that. Again, barricades there, so +1 cover if you're behind it from the point of view of the attacker. We don't know what game type it is yet, or obviously where objectives are, so we're just giving you an overview there. Again, some major lines in a storage bunker. These buildings aren't going to be gettable, intoable. A big, massive ruin in the centre there, so good for line of sight blocking, and a massive bit of area terrain. This is probably going to be pivotal in the game, or it'll either be ignored and everything will be fighting around outside it. So lots of area cover, lots of sort of levels to go up and down there. Coming around to a sort of bit more of a clear area, a couple of craters and stuff like that. Again, this could be good for blocking lines of fire, hiding, all that kind of stuff. The small, whatever building this was, cow shed, it's now bombed out. And again, just back into the cover, which does have plenty windows in. There are some solid blocked areas, but not many of them. So it is going to be quite a clear field of fire, although maybe some areas obscured, especially this bit, obscuring a lot of the levels. So we'll come back after we've done mission type and setup. Right, so the table's set up today. It's going to be, we've rolled up, it's tactical escalation. And it was, season control, or what's the middle one? I can't remember, the one where there's a big 9-inch circle in the middle of the board that we can't set up in. So Dave placed the last objective and has picked the bottom corner down here for his iron hands. They weren't salamanders, they're iron hands. Which left the Death Guard to take this bottom corner. So we'll point out the objectives. Objective 1 is bang in the middle. And then we'll come down into Dave's deployment zone. He's got a Razorback there with the combi melter squad in. He's got his veteran squad there pushing up the line. As you can see, there's objective 5. Standing right in front of him. Then we've got his flamer, combi flamer, and I think, was there a character in there as well or not? No.
I've taken him out today.
He was out, yeah. Because Dave obviously had a lot more units than me to set up. So objective 6 there being defended by
everything.
2 captains, a lieutenant, or lieutenant, sorry, a scout squad, a tech priest, the dreadnoughts, the Derridero dreadnoughts, a whirlwind. So yeah, objective 6 looks pretty secure. Watch me draw that 3 times, defend objective 6. Coming down, that's his command point. So he's also sitting, as you can see, next to objective 4. He's in a very strong defensive position here with his Leviathan. The other objectives, if we come round, like I said, we saw the one bang in the middle, and we've got a unit Plague Marines there. The Land Raider, which has got the Death Shroud Terminate as the Tallyman and a Foul Blight spawn in. We've got the Daemon Prince sitting pretty between a few units there. He's within 6 of the Crawlers over there, the Plague Marines here, the Land Raider there, the Hellbrutes over this side. Plague Marines, that's objective 3. So there's only a couple in or near my deployment zone. And then we've got some Poxwalkers down here. And like I said, the Crawlers, which are pretty close to 2. And that's the setup. So with that, the Death Guard obviously went first, finished setting up a long time before the Marines. So it's a roll off, the +1. I think standard is let you go first, see what I've got to beat.
Nice.
6. I think the last 2 times everyone's rolled a 1. So I need a 5 to tie or a 6 to go first. Oh, it's a tie.
So
we'll roll again. So the Death Guard will be going first unless you want to try and steal. No, so the skulls, just point out, the skulls on Dave's dice are a 1. Hopefully you'll see lots of those today. Not many. So with that, it'll be Death Guard turn 1. And the mission, did we go over the mission yet? Is tactical escalation, was that right?
Yeah.
So we're drawing 1 card turn 1, 2 turn 2, 3 turn 3. And have no more than that many cards in your hand. And I've agreed to just match whatever Dave's picking as his preferred one, which was Taken Hold. So that'll help me remember as well. Because in these type of games, especially when you fill them, you tend to forget all that kind of stuff. So we'll draw the Death Guard cards now. Right, Death Guard turn 1, and the cards we drew for the first card is priority orders received, and it's defend objective 3. So that's not fantastic, and I'll show you why. So here is objective 3, which is handy. I've got a few units there, but because the warlord is the only one that can score it, it means this guy has got to jump back, and these guys have got to move more than 3 inches away, which is doable, but it's not ideal. Because my plan was with this guy, if I got first turn, is to sit within range of both these units to give them the shooting buff. So the question is, do I go tactical to score it, because it's worth big points, or do I wait till next turn? And I might wait till next turn because he can't target the Demon Prince. I'm going to play this tactically. He's not going to get it this turn. Bank it for next turn, and just hope I can get first blood this turn and try and take out some stuff. Utilise his wands, which should come in handy. So we'll do the Death Guard movement phase, and we'll come back. So movement phase over for the Death Guard there. The Land Raiders pretty much stayed put. The Plague Marines that were there have come through the building, and the Psychers have sort of moved through as well. The Plague Marines here have moved just outside of 3 of this objective, because obviously next turn I need to move this Demon Prince back. But he stayed within 6 of all these key units now for me. The Hellbrute has moved, but because he's from a Death Guard detachment, he's not going to suffer the penalty to moving and shooting. Decided not to move these guys because they're in range of a couple of units anyway with their guns, and the Poxwalkers have moved on to 2. And that's it really. The Tallyman is on the table. He got out the Land Raider. He's down behind that unit down there. So if I do use any stratagems, there's a chance now that he could maybe get them back. So with that, we'll go into the Psychic phase. See, before we go into the Psychic phase, just cover Dave's captain, wherever he was. Here, he spent the Warlord there. He'd spent the command points to upgrade him to the Chapter Master, which cost 3 command points. So that whole big mess is going to be hitting pretty accurately. But anyway, we're going into the Psychic phase. We're going to start with Miasma of Pestilence, and we're going to chuck it on. I think the Land Raider is going to take some flak this turn, or when Dave starts shooting. So we're going to throw it onto the Land Raider. So it's a 6 up to cast. It doesn't go. I'll tell you what, I'm going to use a command point off the bat. Dave doesn't have any Psychers. Oh!
Nightmare.
So that's cost me a command point. Miasma of Pestilence doesn't go off. His second power, he's going to attempt to smite, with the closest one being the Razorback. So that does go off. D3 mortal wounds. Just drop the dice. The 1. This is a good Psychic phase. It's strong. Yeah, so he loses 1. The second one is going to do Gift of Contagion on the Razorback. I think that goes off. Yep, so that's a fail on the Gift of Contagion, but we'll try his Smite. So that does go off on a 9. So D3 on the Razorback, 2 this time.
Yeah, 2.
So that's 3 mortal wounds on the Razorback and a pretty Psychic phase. So we'll go straight in to the shooting phase. So we're going to start the shooting phase with these guys putting their multi-melters into this Razorback, all 3 of them, and their 3 missile launchers are going to target the Derrideo. I do want to target this guy, but he's just a bit tough, so I'm going to try him with some other weapons and get 3 missile launchers into this guy. Obviously their little spitters and stuff won't be in range. So because there's 3 in the squad, they normally hit on 4s, but they add a +1 to their hit rolls for being 3 in the squad. So they'll be hitting on 3s. The Demon Prince is within 6, so I can reroll 1. So these are the missile launchers. We'll go the furthest away first.
Roll 1.
It's not bad, 3 hits. So they would have all hit if it was 3 separate squads, which I was debating doing. These will be 3s to wound.
2 wounds.
I'm going to come... Oh, wait there. Do I command point it? Yes, I'm going to command point that. Yes, so that's 3 wounds. So the Derrideo's on his invuln, or he'd be 5 up either way, -2.
1 goes through.
Are you using any command points? This is a D6 damage from the missile launchers.
How well do I?
Yeah. Wish I never said no. So it's D6 damage. Ooh, big 6.
Jesus.
So I'll tell you what, with curiosity, where'd I get 3? I would have got 3 of the other one. So
I'm down to 4 command points. We get me Iron Hands.
Oh yeah, you get 6 lots of Iron Hands, Doodar McDoodars. Oh, nice one. So he's only took 5. So we'll move straight on to the multi-melters. Wow, 3 hits with them as well. We're needing 3s to wound. 3 wounds on the Rhino. Obviously it gets no save, and it's not in half multi-melter range. So that's 9. That's a dead Razorback because
right.
he took a couple of mortal wounds, hadn't he?
Yeah. It's on 7 wounds.
It's got no save.
No.
Oh, it blows up, yeah.
I can't re-roll it.
He does.
Re-roll it, so he's got...
We'll pause it up. We'll see what's in range. I think it's probably just the Leviathan. The Leviathan is within range, so we're going to do D3 mortal wounds on the Leviathan.
1.
Just 1, and he'll get his Iron Hands 6 up.
No.
Nope, so the Leviathan's took a mortal wound, which is handy.
13.
Good start. And Dave's going to see he's got 6 guys. No, he got 5 guys because the character come out. Oh, there's 2, and he's used his command points, so we've lost 2.
2 Tap Marines will go.
I'm happy with that. That's a good first shot. And we're going to move on to the next unit. So 2 Marines dead in the explosion.
Will they get their Iron Hands shenanigans?
Not good now because they're removed from play.
Right,
the guys that come out that don't get damaged. So Dave's deployed these guys in the cover, which is probably the best they can do in the worst scenario because there's windows and everything through these. Obviously, there's a land raid around the corner, but the way they are anyway, it's, you know, they're going to push forward and be brave, I suppose. So that is first blood as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll go on to, I think the next guy to shoot will be the Plague Marine squad, who will open up into the Marines. So the Plague Marines there, now in rapid fire of this squad, are going to start with the plasma guns. There's 2 guys there, and the Captain Sergeant has 1. So we're not overcharging. We hit on 3s. That's pretty good round of hits. And we'll wound on 3s. So that's 4 wounds against the Marines at -3, but they're in cover, so they'll be on 5 ups. Nice. And then they'll also have 2 Iron Hand saves.
2 go.
So we've dropped another 2 Marines.
Yeah. I'll leave the...
Probably the captain, is it? Yeah. So then we'll get the bolters from that squad. Hitting on 3s. Oh, full house. 3 wounds on the sergeant, but he will be on 2 ups against the bolter fire.
He's good.
He saved a lot, yeah. So he's done. Pistols are out of range. Those guys have gone. I think next we're going to go with the Land Raider, who's going to put his las cannons. You put his heavy bolter into that Marine just to clear him out. And as you can see through all the windows, he's going to put his las cannons into the Derridale. We're going to try and strip him just because he's got a lot of firepower. So starting with a twin heavy bolter. Again, this guy's just within 6 of the Daemon Prince. So you can reroll 1s. It's a good round of hits. And that's 4 wounds at -1, so he's back to his 3 up.
On this boy?
Yeah.
4 wounds.
And then he's got his Iron Hand, so on a 6 he'll still be alive.
No.
No, so he's gone. That clears out a bit of dirty Marines. And then we've got all the las cannons into the Derridale. Oh, look, that Daemon Prince stayed pretty close. Yeah, so that's a full round of hits. Yeah, and it'll be 3s to wound. So that's 3 wounds on him. So he's passed 2 and he's in 1. It's D6 damage, 2, and he's got his 2 Iron Hands.
2 more.
No, so he's took 2, so he's down to 7. I don't think that degrades him enough yet. So what we're going to do, the last unit really to fire that's in range is the Hellbrute. So he's going to go same target.
Okay.
Might as well. So he's got his twin las cannon. And he doesn't suffer the penalties to moving and firing because he's Death Guard. So 2 hits. And they wound on 3s. Look at that. No wounds. No wounds. So with that, that's the end of Death Guard turn 1. And I will not score my cards. And it's pointless ditching any because I've only got 1. Might as well keep them.
Got first blood.
But I do have first blood. Managed to get rid of the squad that was flanking around here, which is quite good. Put a bit more distance between us. And we'll go and see what Dave's card is for Space Marine turn 1. Space Marine's turn 1, and Dave's drawn Emperor's Retribution, which will be a tricky one to do. So Emperor's Retribution is take an objective that has previously been held by the Death Guard. So this one isn't held by me this turn, but this one is. You know, obviously Dave's got no deep striking units, so he's not going to be able to put any pressure on the backfield units this turn or make any charges. So it's a really nasty one to have in his card. I mean, you do have mobility, you've got bikes and tanks still transport, so you can get round to it, but that's a tricky card to score. So we'll come back after Dave's done his movement. Turn 1. And these little dudes have been driving the tank. Right, so end of Dave's movement phase is a full-on retreat. The Well, the Leviathan hasn't moved. Neither have any of these guys down here, bar what is now the chapter master and the lieutenant have jumped behind the barricade just to get a bit of cover if any shots do come their way. Obviously, they're still within 6 of all these tasty units here, so all these guys will be rerolling all failed hits and wound rolls of 1. The Razorbacks moved up, the guys have stayed in. He's moved up the full 12. The captain has turbo boosted up here to support the veteran squads who've moved up. Obviously, he'll now be buffering this whole unit with reroll 1s to hit. And these guys are within they'll need a 12-inch charge to make it on these, so Dave's card is achievable. But obviously, if he starts stripping wounds, I'm obviously going to move the front 3 guys, which will make him outside the 12 inches. So he's got decisions to make as to whether he wants to shoot them or not, to put the shots into that stuff.
Tech Marine's repaired.
And yeah, the Tech Marine there is repaired. He's got 2 wounds healed up on the Derrideo. So Dave hasn't got a psychic phase, so we'll go straight into his shooting phase. So Dave's going to start his shooting phase. Obviously, these guys have all got Stormbolters as well. I don't know if I pointed out, but this captain's rocking the Shield Eternal as his relic. So he's going to be a tough cookie to move. So these guys, with our twin bolters, the front 3 are in rapid fire range. So it's going to be 14 bolter shots and 14 Stormbolter shots into the 10 box walkers. So
it's 14.
Hitting on 3s and rerolling 1s.
Miss. Strength 4.
You'll be winning 3s.
There you go, that many.
That's 8, yeah. Do you want to do the next batch?
I can do, yeah.
Because the way these guys are, we'll just point out as he's rolling them, they're within 7 of this unit, so even if I wasn't in the crater, I'd be counted as in cover, so I will be getting a 6-up armour save. And I'll also be getting my disgustingly resilient, so I've got a double chance of saving against them.
They wounds as well.
So we've got 8, 12, 16, 18 wounds to save. So the Poxwalkers, we've got 18 saves of 6 because they're in cover or within range of the thingy. Not bad. So we managed to save 5 in the first wave. Now this is our disgustingly resilience on 5-ups. So we saved another 6, which means there's 7 of these guys dead. So we now have 3 guys left, and Dave's shooting the twin assault cannon at the same target.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s for the captain.
Captain's everywhere. And these will wound on 2s.
There's a miss.
Ooh, that's a lot.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right, so these won't get an armor save because it's -1 for the assault cannon, so we'll go straight into disgustingly resilience. So we need 8 5-ups. Oh, I think one went in the crater there, but that looks like a dead squad to me. So he's right, those zombie eaters.
4, 5, 6.
So Leviathan Dave is going to target the Plague Marine squad down here.
There's only the storm cannon in range.
Yeah, his grav flux is out, so he's got 10 shots.
Hitting on.
He hasn't moved, so he's hitting on 2s.
But he rerolls with their.
But he will reroll all his misses.
But they all hit
Full house.
anyway.
It's 3s to wound, strength 7.
So that's
And he can reroll 1s because the left-hand side there's a lot of 2s in there.
Yeah.
So we've got 7 saves at -2 and 1 save at -3 because the Chapter Master's Warlord trait is the Storm of Fire, which gives all rolls a 6 to wound, an additional -1 AP. Yeah. So we've got a blue dice here for the one that'll be -3. So the Plague Marines will have a 2-up save in that cover, but it's going to go up to 4-up and a 5-up on the blue. So for good numbers here. So there's 2 guys have failed, and the additional one at the -3 has failed. Is it 2 damage a time as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. So we've got 3 lots of 2 to take. So the first Plague Marine, dead. Second Plague Marine, dead.
Super dead.
The third one is dead. So we lost 3 Plague Marines from the squad.
It's the character Psyker.
So the Hellfire Dread, because we've removed some casualties from the front line, puts the Plague Caster there in front. So he's going to go all guns blazing into this guy.
Crack missile on the green. So we roll for Chapter Master.
Chapter Master let him reroll fail, so he's got a full round of hits. These are 3s to wound. Oh, so he's got 1 las cannon wound. You haven't used a command point yet, your phase.
I know, yeah.
Both D6, but the las cannon's an additional -1 save. He isn't standing in cover where he is, because he's just outside, but he is within 7 of these, which gives him the benefit of cover.
Yeah, go on, I'll reroll that one. There you go.
So we've got
now
2.
that one as well.
So that's a -4. and that's a -3. We'll come back with some saves. Right, so working them out, I'm going to need a 6 on the blue dice, because that's going to be -4 AP, and a 5 on the white dice. So we've got no saves on either one. So Dave's got 3 damage, and he's used his command point. That's lucky, because I was expecting him to be gone there, blasted away. So we're going to roll 3 disgusting resilience, so he saved 1, so he's took 2 damage.
That's a nightmare.
That was lucky. Playcaster there now, down to 2 wounds. So Dave's moving into his...
I use a snipers actually.
Sniper squad now, targeting the character.
4 at the wounded one, and 1 at your the other one.
Okay.
4 at the wounded one.
You can reroll the miss.
Okay.
So you've got 3 hits. So you've got 3 hits on the wounded guy. You're looking for 5s to wound, and 6s will be a mortal wound addition. That's 1 wound.
Lieutenant, the one I just realised I've got the lieutenant.
Yeah, but the lieutenant reroll 1s.
That's right, yeah.
So, because I'm in cover, it'll be a 2 up. Oh, I haven't used a command point yet. I'm going to use a command point on that. Yep, so he's saved.
Okay.
So, Daredevil Mike there is going to split his fire and do, was it the auto cannons at the
Marines?
At the Marine guys, and the missile launcher on his back at the Playcaster, who is the closest model now.
Right, the Anvilus, 2D, no, the Iris is 2D3.
Nice, 5 shots.
3, 4, 5.
He'll still be hitting on 2s at this profile, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they've all hit.
Roll for lieutenant.
Yeah, roll 1s for lieutenants.
Boom. So
what was the strength of it?
Add 1 as well. And Iris is strength 6.
So they all
normally AP 1, but they're going to go to AP 2.
Yeah, and what's the damage?
1.
1, okay. So, right, we've got 3 that are in the additional -1, so these will be at -2. So these will be on 4 ups, because he's in... Is this the Saiga or the Marine squad?
This is the Marine squad.
The Marine squad, sorry. So this will be on 4 ups. Oh, they've all saved. I've still got 2 more saves to make, and these are -1, so these are 3 ups. 4, 5, 6s, Dave. That's I'll keep those dice, I think.
How does that work?
Well, that works. It means they're just all saved. I actually don't believe that. That's ridiculous. Which means this guy's probably dead, like. But if that was his saves, that would have been epic.
Jesus.
But Tom keeps saying I'm the devil. I keep getting 6s. So basically,
you're still saved, weren't you?
Yeah, they should have been at. Dave's obviously just said he'd done it the wrong way around. That's the auto cannons, but he'd rolled for the missile launcher. Is that right?
Yeah.
So the missile launcher. Yeah. So they are hits against this guy, but obviously
you saved them all.
He saved them. So we'll go on to the auto cannons now.
So this is the Anvilus.
Get rid of that one.
Heavy 8. So hitting on 4s.
Why is he hitting 4s?
Heavy. Oh no, he hasn't moved.
He hasn't moved. He's hitting on. Hits on 2s now.
But a reroll for the.
I thought he hit on 2s. Daredevil hits on. I'm pretty sure he hits on 2s.
Oh, he does. Yeah, sorry.
So we've hit everything.
Yeah. So they all hit.
Yeah. So this is against the Plague Marine. So they all hit. It's strength 7. So we wound on 3s. You can reroll 1s for the lieutenant.
They go there.
So there's another Storm of Fire coming into play, and another Storm of Fire coming into play.
Oh.
Wow. So we've got. May as well do them ones first. I think there's a 5.
-1.
So there's 5 at -2. So the Plague Marines will be up to 5 up, but 4 up because they're in cover. So we've dropped 3 just to prove those dice weren't weighted. They were the ones. They were the ones that did the 6s. So we've dropped 3 already. Then we've got 3 more.
Almost, yeah.
And these were -1s. Did you say?
Yes.
So these will be on 3s. So they do save. So we've dropped 3, and they're 2 damage a pop. Yeah.
That's right.
So the first guy is dead. Second guy, dead. Third guy is the last guy in the squad. He's alive. Wow. So we're going to keep the captain, but they've lost 6 guys in this squad. Morale's going to be an issue.
Sergeant, you mean, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to keep the Sarge. So sorry to point out, I think I said they lost 6. He's lost 5 guys in the squad, and his leadership is 8. So if he's still alive in the morale phase, he'll stay put on a 1, 2, 3, or I could spend command points. But we'll see. Dave's still got
Whirlwind and Mortis.
And a Mortis. Obviously, the Whirlwind can target people that can't see as well. So if he wants to shoot at him, there's a lot of gun to kill coming his way. Now the Mortis, Dave was going to obviously. He's had a look himself. He was going to go for the Predator, but he's got the big rear end of a big Leviathan in the way, so you actually cannot make him out.
For the Land Raider, yeah. Right.
So where you going?
I'm going to Whirlwind that single Marine, so I can try and Mortis your characters.
Yeah, good plan. Good plan.
Right.
Okay.
2d3, isn't it?
2d3, it's going to be strength 7 -1. It is 2 damage a shot as well, so
double check it's that one. Vengeance launch, I think it's called, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So you've got 4 shots.
Okay.
So he hits on 3s. He can reroll both his failed because he's next to the chapter master.
3 hits.
And these wound on 3s.
Reroll for.
And you can reroll the one for the lieutenant. So he's got again Storm of Fire coming into play.
Yeah. It's normally -1.
So the 2 6s will be -2 and the 3 will be -3.
No, it's normally -1.
-1.
Yeah.
So there'll be -2, yeah, and the other one will be -1. So the 2 6s, we need to save on those on 4-ups. So he's definitely failed one. And the 3-up, sorry, yeah, so he saved. So there's 2 damage come through. So he needs to make another 5 and 6.
These are 2 damage.
Yeah, so there's 1 gone through. I've used a command point this phase as well, so he's dead. Yeah, so he's dead. Mortis Morty. Closest target is the Plague Caster. So I think he's going to get 4 las cannons to the face. Is that right? Or are you going to split some?
I can't split 5 with the other one.
So Dave's going to go, I'll tell you what, I'll show it from this end so we can see. He's going to go with twin las. I'm not sure we'll get it all down here. Right down, you cannot really make it out there, but in that window on the left, you can see the Blade Crawler's eye and mouth, and the other one's going to go at the Plague Caster.
In the ruins.
Yeah, who's just coming through in the ruins there. So,
nice. The Blade Crawler, and at the...
So you can reroll all the failed misses because he's next to the Chapter Master.
Right.
So there's a hit on each, well 2 hits on one.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant lets him read, so that's, yeah. These ones, well these ones against...
That's the Blade Crawler.
Against the Crawler, he's T7, so it'll wound on a 3. So there's 1 wound.
That's it.
They are in cover, because they're in a crater, and they're obscured. So their armor would be a 2-up. Against the last cannon would take a 5-up, or they're a demon anyway, so they get a demon save of a 5. So we've got 1 demon save to make. Nope.
D6.
Ooh, 5, nice. Got 5 disgustingly resilience. So he's taken 3 wounds on one of these guys.
I've gone down to 3 command points and I'll change it over there.
So with that, Dave's, obviously with his rerolls and stuff like he's just said, he's down to 3 command points. He is within 12 inches of these guys, but he's not going to attempt his charges turn. I think he wants to soften them up with another round of shooting, because he'd have to take Overwatch off a fair few missile launchers and multi-melters, and even their flamers are 12-inch range. So, scary, scary, but he's done well-ish. He's cleared out some Plague Marines and the Poxwalkers have gone, clearing them up for his next turn. Again, obviously can't score first blood, so we're going to have a look and see what card I get for my turn 2. Death Guard turn 2, Area Denial and Defend Objective 3. Well, we covered Defend 3, which is going to be doable as the Demon Prince moves back, which is probably not where I want him, but I'm going to have to. Area Denial is going to be a score. And Dave's Bike Squad, this model is within 12 just of that, so if by some miracle I can kill some of these, I could get the big points for Area Denial and the big points for the Warlord getting that. It's a bit of a gamble, because there's a lot of hard units down here I really want to try and concentrate on if I can, but play to the cards and we'll see what happens. So we'll go with the Death Guard movement phase and then come back. So the end of the Death Guard movement phase. These guys have come around here to form a little shield on Objective 2. And obviously try and clear some of these guys out for the knowing I've got Area Denial. The Hellbrutes come around to lend a bit of support. The Psykers have both come back through the ruins down here, staying within obviously Smite and Psychic power range, but more importantly to try and get away from some of the gunner here as they've done some work. Down here the Demon Prince has moved within 3, and these guys are all just out of 3 of this, so I'm going to start to defend 3. Not get it, so I still won't get this in my turn, but it'll come in Dave's turn. The Land Raider stayed still because his guns are in range of where he needs to be. He's got fires downfield and his heavy bolter can come in to help out over here. The Plague Marines aren't in range of much though. So we'll come back on my psychic-y, then shooty. Point that out again, sorry, the Tallyman, we forgot about he was hiding in the ruin before we move into the psychic tune phase. He's come through and advanced through here to get next to the foul blighties. So into the psychic phase, we're going to start with Maya's Gift of Contagion on these guys. which doesn't go off. And that would have maybe knocked down their strength, attacks and toughness, so it's a good one to start with. The guy doing that will attempt his second power smite, which does go off for just one mortal wound on your veteran bikers. So you can, you've got your iron hands. So on a 6 up.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, so you can do something about it. So the next Psyker is going to do Miasma of Pestilence on... I want to do it on the drones down here because I've got a feeling they're going to take some shots. So Miasma of Pestilence on these guys. So Miasma of Pestilence goes off. So these guys are -1 to hit in the shooting phase. If he gets into close combat, they'll be -2 to hit. So it might make them survive a bit more. And the next one, again, a smite on these guys. Oh, it's a 10, goes off.
They're double power.
It's not, and they're not within 7, so they wouldn't take an extra mortal wound because the play casters of the more over 7 get addition 1. I don't know why I'm rolling 2 dice. So it's 3 mortal wounds. So you got your 3 iron hands on the bikes. So there's a bike gone and a wound on one. I think I know which one might come off. So we're going to go straight into the shooting phase. These guys, with no help from the Daemon Prince this time, are going to shoot the multi-melters into the bike squad because I need them dead. The missile launchers into the... This guy's dead, by the way. The missile launchers into the Razorback. And they're also going to shoot the flamers into this squad. So the flamers, 12-inch range, assault D3. Oh my god, so that's 8. Is a little bit better than a normal heavy flamer because of strength 6, but still wounding the bikes on 3s. It's a plague weapon, so I can reroll 1s, but I don't have any. And these are -1 and 1 damage each, so you got 7. 7 4-ups on the squad, 5 wounds left. You got your iron hands as well after this though. There's a 1 over there as well. So you've got 5 iron hand saves to make.
Oh my word.
So that's the squad, isn't it? 1, 2 and the wounded one. Yeah.
Certainly is.
Yeah. So the multi-melters are wasted because I was going at that squad as well, just to make sure. Steve's humming and hawing. He probably wasn't expecting that sort of... I wasn't expecting that kind of a good hit with the flamers either. I didn't realise they were 12-inch range, but so anyway, we've got the 3 missile launchers at the Razorback. So that's a hit. These guys don't suffer the minus to moving for heavy weapons because they are tracked. So they hit on 3s. They'll be winning the Razorback. So Dave's got 3 saves with his Razorback on a 5 more. Oh, he's made 2. Well done. And then he's a D6 damage for 2.
Starts with 10.
He does. He's down to 8 on the Razorback. So next we're going to move on to the Hellbrute, who's going to pop both these las cannons into the Razorback. So again, hits on 3s because he ignores the penalty. I'm going to command point that one. There you go. When you look's in, it's in. When it's out, it's definitely out. So we're going to move over to this side, and the Land Raider is going to shoot its 4 las cannons into the Leviathan, and this guy is going to receive the twin heavy bolter shots.
Okay.
So we're going to start down here. So the twin heavy bolters into this guy. So we've got a miss. The Daemon Prince ain't close enough anymore. He's a wound on 4s. So we've got 3 wounds on this guy, who's got a 3-up armor, but he's also got the Shield Eternal, so he's got a 3-up end run. Oh, so he's dropped 2, but he's got his Iron Hands Chapter Tactics as well. Oh, so it's 2 wounds off this guy. That's a decent start.
Cannons.
So capping down to 4 wounds. Las cannons coming through. Got to try and get rid of this guy before he starts munching through the battlefield. Oh, 2 hits. 3s to wound. Just the 1 wound. So Dave will get his in run. Nope. Oh, big 6. Nice. I'm happy with that. So he's got his 6 iron hands. None. Ooh. So he's down to 7 on the Leviathan. Not sure if that knocks him down to profile. It probably does. That's half wounds, isn't it? We'll double check that anyway. But with that, I believe that's the end of my shooting phase. I'm just going to keep people where I am. There's no point pushing forward now and putting myself into danger range. And these guys are blindsided a little bit from the Leviathan. So he's going to have to move to get shots on these. But a lot of these guys can still see them. But I'm happy with that. That's a decent round of shooting, so we'll see what I score. So we started the defend 3 with the Warlord, and this one here, denial is D3 because there's no one within 12, just the 1. So 1 point to the Death Guard.
You down through the window.
So Dave's ditched last turn, sorry, forgot to mention, he ditched his card because he wanted to draw 2 new ones. The first one out, defend 2s, not great for him, but the next one, supremacy, there was 2, which would mean he'd have to do a big push round here. Now there's a lot of firepower and might to deal with there. But supremacy, there's an objective here, and a 1 here, totally uncontested. There's a lot of mobility in these 2 units here, they can definitely get those. Everybody here is pretty much scoring that one, and the Leviathan's scoring that one, so he will, as long as he commits one of these units to move to 1, he'll definitely get supremacy this turn. So we'll come back and see where he moves. So tactics will pay off Dave. This guy's moved around here. Obviously this is a solid wall, so when it comes to Overwatch time, look through that window as well, we can't see the captain, so he'll be invisible for a charge, which is fantastic because he has got a power fist and the shield eternal. But these guys do have a -1 to hit in combat and miasma pestilence with -2 to hit, but
reroll ones for himself as well. So
yeah, he's gonna go and take them on anyway because he hasn't got much else really around there. He does have a lot of shots. Basically everything here is now looking at this unit to try and whittle them down as much as he can. The Razorback has sped up here. These guys got out, sorry, jumped over here to get that objective. This guy got a 5-inch on his advance, which he only needed really 3 or 4, but he's within 3 of that objective now for supremacy.
Through the window for the line.
Yeah, importantly, yeah, he's got a good line of sight blocker down here. The scouts have moved, readjusted. The tech removed, so he's going to heal the Leviathan for D3.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bam, 3. So the Leviathan's back up to 10 wounds.
Which puts him back on his full whack.
It's turned into a proper long-range slugfest, hasn't it? Like anyone in the middle's just died, and then it's just people that have stayed back. So Dave knows he can't target the Demon Prince this turn. The Warlord thing, it basically he's going to try and hit what he can and kill it, and then see what he can do back with his cards. But we'll just come down here and show you the Razorback's done a pretty selfless move there to block off some fire and orcs. So we'll go straight into Dave's shooting phase.
Shooty.
He's going to start down here because they've got bolters and they're within range of these guys. He's got 4 shots. And he'll be wound on 5s. Nope, so no wounds. Worth an attempt though.
Well
tickle some wounds off.
Right then.
So the snipers who've moved, they'll be at -1 to hit. Obviously the Chapter Master's there to help out. They're going to take some shots at the Plague Caster down here who hasn't been hit. So he'll be hitting on... You can reroll the 1s and 2s, but not the 3.
Right, so, yeah.
So he's got 2 hits.
Just, yeah, 2.
Yeah. And these will wound on 5s and 6s are mortal in addition.
And add 1 for the normal wound as well. Yeah,
yeah, so you like to make things complicated, don't you? So this will be at -1 because sniper rifles aren't normally minuses. So the guy's 3 up armor. He's within 7 of the plague crawlers, so he'll be on a 2 up. That takes him back to a 3 up, which he's failed. And that one he'll be on a 2 up, which he's passed. So he's took 1 wound and a mortal wound in addition. So he's got his disgustings. So he's took a wound. So he'll be down to 3 wounds.
Okay.
So the Mortar's Dread, with these 4 lads.
Put your black crawlers.
It's coming at these squads. So we'll roll up and he's going to be -1 to hit.
Frozen.
And that's because of the Miasma Pestilence. So there's 2 misses and 2 hits. Because he hasn't moved either. He's got one wound, but he can reroll that for the Lieutenant. No, so he's got 1 wound. It's going to be an additional -1 AP. Yeah. So he'd be on a... He will get an armor save, but his demon save is better on a 5 up. So he's failed that.
D6.
He's got 3 mortal wounds. The last one's got 5 left, so we've got his disgusting resilience. So he's dropped the wound. Hellfire Dread here. Both guns, the missile and the twin las, yeah?
Yeah, crack myself.
It's going into the Hell Brute, so he's going to bypass this guy. I think from the angle, because the Hell Brute is towing in cover, it's going to be difficult to get from this grid. He is going to be obscured and in cover, as would his Dreadnought from me, because he's behind the barricade. So it's going to be...
Crack on the green.
Save his armor save, yeah. So the crack, he can reroll, because the Chapter Master's there.
There you go.
So got a full round of hits. Got a full round of wounds. So against the missile, got -2. So he'll be on a 5 up, but like I said, he's obscured. So he'll be on a 4 up. Nope. 4. So against this last cannon shot, he'll be on a, again, it's -3
normally.
3, so he'd be on a 6 up, but he's in the cover, so he'd be a 5 up. Nope. And against that one, it's -4. So he'd be on a 7 up, but he's in the cover, so he gets a 6 up. No. So he's got 3d6 worth of damage. to go on this Hellbrute. That's a dead Hellbrute. That's 15 wounds.
Hope it blows up.
So we'll see if he blows. Boop. No. So the Hellbrute, boosh, gone. Yeah, so the Leviathan, because he wanted to move to get healed, set himself up for next turn. He's out of range of everything just. The Deredeo is now going to pick his targets.
Everything is going at your Blight Crawlers.
So he's going to go...
Either this missile launcher is heavy 2d3.
So 2.
Will hit.
No, they've missed.
And I can't do anything about it because normally that would hit.
That would hit, yeah, because the -1, because I customised my pestilence on them, yeah. So you would normally hit on a 2, but you apply the modifiers. Oh no, he's hit, yeah,
Nice.
it's 3,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
they've hit. They've hit.
Yeah. And strength 6.
So you got 1 wound, and it was minus. Well, that's a save. It was minus something.
Heavy 8 for the autocannons. Heavy 8 anvilist autocannons hitting on 2s. Reroll for the Chaptermaster.
Yeah, and
doesn't matter.
Yeah, so the 2s, that other 2's missed. There's a 2 in there, but that's missed because of the miasma pestilence.
-1, yeah. This is to wound. Reroll for lieutenant.
There's another one there, the green one. You can reroll.
Also, yeah.
And it's strength.
Strength 8.
Strength 8, so 3s will wound. So you've got
To fail.
5 wounds. So these guys get a -1, so they'll be on a 4 up. Oh, I just dropped the dice. But they are obscured. They are towing cover, so there'll be a 3 up against this. I'm going to roll a red dice because it was handy. So we've got 1 go through, and it's 2 damage.
2 damage a shot.
So he's got his disgusting resilience. No, so he's took 2. So the wounded one is now down to 2 wounds.
Heavy 2d3.
So the whirlwind's going to go into these guys because there's a big bonus to getting rid of one of these. It'll knock a lot of my bonuses off. So he's got
2d3 shots.
Nice 6 shots. Now he's normally hitting on a 3, but obviously my pestilence and knock this down to a 4. So you can reroll 1s and 2s. Oh, so he's got 3 hits there. He'll be wounding on a 4. Oh, full house, nice. And 1 at a minus extra. So the normal ones there, the 2 4s, will be -1. So I'll be on a 3 up. 4 up, but they're in cover, like I said, and upscared, so back to a 3. So past both of them, and the other one will be a 5 up, or a demon save. Which he's failed, which will be 2 damage. But do I spend a command point? Ooh. You know what, I'm going to spend a command point now.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he saved. And the reason I want to do that point out is because if these are a unit 3 strong, they get a +1 to their hit roll when they shoot. Which would mean I'd be hitting on 4s. And they're going to... It's a shame losing one now when I'm getting in range of stuff I want to be shooting. So straight into the charge phase. So this guy, obviously, I cannot seem to do any Overwatch.
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely in with a 6.
And it doesn't really matter where I go with him.
So this guy's going to be troublesome to move because I don't have the ability to fall back and shoot. So he's going to tie that unit up. He will be on a big -2 to hit them, but he's a captain, so he'll be hitting them on 4s anyway. And he can reroll his 1s, but he's 2s and 3s, and he'll not be allowed to reroll. So we'll go now into the assault phase. So straight into the action with his captain, 4 attacks.
Normally hit on 2s.
Normally hits on 2s. He's got a -1 for the Thunderhammer, which would be 3s. We'll just show these why these are 3 misses.
Yeah.
Because the Thunderhammer would mean they're 3s, but you can't reroll these 2s.
That's right.
But this also gives you a -2. Because I've got Miasma of Pestilence and the Crawlers give you a -1. So you'd be hitting on 5s. But he has got a solid hit there, 6. And obviously you can't reroll any of these because they're not fails until the modifiers have come in. He'll wound on a 3. Are you spending a command point? You haven't used one this phase yet?
No, I am. It's not going to make a difference.
Well, I don't think I'll do much back to him unless I roll really well. Because he's got the Shield Eternal as well, so...
Have I got anything that makes him fight?
So these guys attacking back at 3 attacks each, hitting on 4s. It's not bad. They're strength 6, so they'll be wounding on 3s. And they're plague weapons, so I can reroll 1s. Ooh, but I don't have any. But that close combat attacks are gnashing maws, which is a -2. But obviously Dave's got his Shield Eternal, so he's not bothered about it. So there's 5. 5 saves, which will be at -2, but he's on a 3 up in run. And he's tanked a lot. And he would obviously, they're only 1 damage, but he would half the damage to a minimum of 1. Yeah. So he's done what he thought he would do. He's tied them up now. So with that, we'll see if Dave scored any points this turn, if he wanted to score any points.
Use this.
Oh, sorry, yeah. He's going to use Honour the Chapter for 3 command points, which takes all his command points. So this guy gets a swing again. So another 4 attacks, hitting on 5s. Rerolling. You can reroll the 1s. So you've got 2 hits so far. Better this time, 3 hits this round. 3s to wound.
There you go.
Wow, full lot. 3s. This could be a better turn for him. I've got 5 up saves. Haven't made any of them.
Is it just 3 damage?
It's a flat 3 damage each time. So the first one, which is wounded, is dead because it only had 2 wounds left. Then the next one is took 1 wound. He's took 4 wounds. So this guy is now going to blow up, and these guys blow up on a 4-up. No, whew, that was lucky, because I think this guy, more importantly, all these guys have probably been in range. So that went well, I think, for Dave. Command points well spent there, and obviously these guys can't shoot next turn. Their ballistic skill is going to be back down to 4 when they are freed up. But I think, did you score any points? So Dave will get supremacy for D3. So if you want to roll, may as well roll that dice because you've got no command points left.
Try that again.
Oh, 1. Same as me when I got my D3. Nice. And are you...
I'm going to get rid of that.
So because the priority orders are there, what will happen is I'll get 2 victory points for defending 3, but because it's done with the Warlord, you'll get 3. So that's worth 5 victory points. So the Death Guard cards this turn are pretty good. We've got Defend 2 and Secure 2 and Blood and Guts. Just to point it out, Objective 2 is here, which obviously, you know, is going to be an easy score for Secure because I'm going to outnumber Dave. Defending it as well, because there's a lot of characters here, should prove fairly easy because you'll only be able to target one of them. But we're just talking about if these guys, if you can target these and blow them up, then obviously everybody could die. So we're going to go into the Death Guard movement and see what happens. Movement phase over. These guys are staying locked in combat. The Daemon Prince has hopped over next to these guys. Give me some reroll 1s. And he's getting massively ganged up on now, this captain. There's 2 Psychers near him. The Tallyman's come round. The Tallyman's almost like a Marine Chaplain as well, so he'll allow all Death Guard units to reroll failed hits in combat. Which means I should score a lot of hits on this guy anyway. These guys have remained where they are just in case. I don't know. They were out of range of everything anyway, so... And I didn't have secure Objective 3 on my cards. I've decided to keep the Blaze Spawn and the Death Row Terminators in here for now, but the Land Raiders moved up to give it a better line of fire on some of the Dreadnoughts up here, which you'll just see. So it's still going to be obscured from some of them, but it's got a good line of fire, especially that Mortis Dread. And that's it really. We're both running low on units, so we'll go straight into the Psychic phase. So into the Psychic phase, we've done a couple of spells, but then we've got the point where we're damaging somebody. So Miasma Pestilence has gone off on the Demon Prince. That is, coming from the Playcaster down here, who's all then cast Smite and got a 7 up. He got a 10 to cast it, so he's done 2 mortal wounds because it's 1 plus an additional 1 on Dave's captain there with the Shield Eternal, so he's got 2 iron hands. No, so he's dropped at 2 wounds. The second Playcaster is going to cast Gift of Contagion. Oh, it's definitely cocked. Which goes off. And because it's a psychic power cast on over 7, it's going to be another mortal wound on the closest model within 7.
Oh dear.
So we'll see if you can save this one. Oh, I think I should caught your dice. They just like went right into my fingers.
Dear me.
No, so he's down to 1, and we'll roll on a chart to see what happens to him. Let's give him extra wounds. A 4. So that roll of a 4 is muscular atrophy, which knocks this guy's big muscles down a little bit, so he's -1 strength, which could make a big difference if he's still alive in the combat phase actually. And then we're going to go for the second power for the Playcaster, which is going to be Smite, which goes off again. It's over 7, so it's another additional mortal wound plus D3 mortal wounds. So Dave's got 3 mortal wounds to save on the Shield Eternal guy.
He's gone.
He's failed in there. That's him gone. Which does free up the Blight dudes to be able to shoot, which could be handy, but I'm not going to be able to see much, I don't think. So with that, that's a very good Psychic phase this turn. I was expecting him to be alive, but as we're just saying there, it's them over 7s on the casting for the Playcasters strong, very strong, if you get it off. So being freed up now, these guys to shoot is a big bonus. So they're going to pop their guns. Multi-mellas are out of range. They're going to go for Derridale Dave. Let's see if we can get some hits on him. So when you have lost a model, so we're back up to our 4+ to hit. Multi-melter's on in range, like we said. Demon Prince is within range, so it's 4s, reroll 1s. So got 1 hit. So 3 to wound. It's no wounds. I'm going to use a command point, so I've got 2 left. That's a wound on the Deradeo.
He's good.
So he's saved. So that's me down to 1 command point. And we'll move swiftly on to the Land Raider. The Land Raider here is going to shoot all its guns into the Leviathan. Oh, there he is. That's not the Leviathan. I was tempted to go with heavy bolters into some other stuff, but I just need to whittle him down. He's got a tech read stand next to him. I don't kill him this turn, he's just going to keep healing. So, doesn't suffer the penalty to move and fire and heavy weapons because it's a Land Raider. That's a decent start. 5s to wound. So, got 1 wound at -1 from the heavy bolters. So, it's a 4-up save on your Leviathan?
Yes. 2-up armour and 4-up in...
Is it 2? It's 3-up save then?
Is it?
Yeah.
Joe.
So 3-up save with the Leviathan at the -1.
Good.
He's good. And then we've got 4 las cannons. Ooh, all hit. Oh, all wound.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I was saving. Oh, that's good. I was concerned there because I'd spent my command point. I was thinking about keeping it for shooting at this guy. But anyway, he's got in runs, hasn't he? So
4-ups.
Oh, she's dropped 2.
2.
Dave's out of command points.
Oh my word.
Oh, he's got a wound left.
No, he's got his iron hands.
He's got his iron hands as well. Oof.
Is that 9, yeah?
9, yeah. Oof.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
See how many of these you can claw back. There's a tower of 6s there, so 2.
Whoops.
So he's got 3 wounds left on them.
Nightmare.
That's about as good as I could do anyway with the shooting. And with that, like I said, the Death Guard don't really have any guns in range. So that's the end of their turn 3. So with that, the end of the turn, I will secure 2. Which is a capture and control. I was just remembering there's a bonus for scoring the other things which none of we've got, but you have. Did you take Seize Ground? Is that what we took?
Take hold.
Or take and hold. So anyway, that's a point for that one. I've started to defend 2. And I don't have Blood and Guts yet, but I'm going to hold on to it because I'll still get to draw 2 cards next turn. So we'll just cover the movement phase and Dave's going to roll to heal this guy. So they've churned together.
2.
So he's back up to 5 wounds. The Razorbacks move flat out here. I think he's going to go and take on a Land Raider and stop it shooting.
You scared me. There's a storm coming at you.
Yes, Dave's going to move into shooting phase just cover because obviously everything here has stayed still. The Leviathan's moved. You know, he's out of range really, but he had secure 4, so he's had to come back this way to get it. So he's going, straight into the shooting phase. So the Stormbolter and the Twin Assault Cannon both going into the same target. I think so. 6 to wound for the Stormbolter. And we've got 12 shots with the Twin Assault Cannon.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3s.
4s because he moved.
4s.
Not bad. 5s to wound. There's a couple of wounds there.
2.
We get 2 saves of a 3-up.
No problem.
Yeah, because the -1 Land Raider has 2-up armor.
Right, let's have a think now.
So this guy has now got a bead on the Land Raider. So he's going to open up with all his last cannons at the Land Raider.
On 3s? Not 4s, you say?
3s, he hasn't moved. Wow, all hit. And they wound on 3s. He can reroll 1s because the Lieutenant's still there. Right, so one of them is going to be a 6-up. And 3 of them are going to be 5-ups. So we'll start with the 3 5-ups. So save one of those, and the 6-up because he rolled a 6. Oh no. So there's 3. 3 have gone through.
3.
Yeah. So it's 3d6 damage on the Land Raider. Ooh.
I've got nothing to reroll.
No, no reroll. So he's took 9 wounds. So he's took a battering. Yeah, so Land Raider down to 5 wounds. He's got some more gun coming in. So another las cannon and twin las cannon and a crack missile coming in over this way.
Oh, thank God for the,
that was a triple one, but thank God for the Chapter Master. So he's got 2 hits with the las cannons anyway. 3s to wound, rerolling 1s because the Lieutenant. So he's got 1 wound. To get a dice ready. So it wasn't a 6, was it? So it'll be a 5-up save. No, wait there. I've got 1 command point left. I'm going to spend it.
Yeah.
Saved, so I'm out of command points as well, but that Land Raider's still got 5 wounds.
It's not really the best weapon.
Deradeo, Amadeus. He's going to throw everything against the Land Raider as well. I think he definitely wants to crack this nut. There is still guys in here as well. There's a Foul Blight spawn and some Death Shroud, so I don't want to lose those guys.
2d3 ILS launcher.
So 5 shots with that. Again, he stood still, so he's hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, or rerolling anything because of the chapter master. They all hit. What's the strength again of this?
ILS launcher is strength 6.
So he'd be winning on 5s. 6s are good, so he's got reroll the 1 yet. Oh, nice roll. So we've got 2.
It's very good, isn't it?
An additional -1 and 2 normal stats on the gun. So the normal AP
is -1.
Is -1. So I'll grab some dice. So we've got. We'll point out as well that basically the Land Raider is in cover and it is obscured from the point of view of the shooter. You go here, obviously you can see there's a lot of stuff in his way. So it's going to get the benefit of cover because it's in a crater and it's obscured by the big building.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 at -1, which would be 3 up, back down to 2. And these would be 2 up, 4, back down to 3. So we've got 2 2-ups. Let's drop 1 and 2 damage. And 2 3-ups. So it's save both of those. And they're 2 damage a pop, yes? So the Land Raider's down to 3. And then you've got your auto cannons to come in against it.
Correct, yes. Heavy 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on 2s. And we roll for the captain. So they all
healthy,
hit.
All hit, yeah.
This is strength 8.
Yeah, so 4's to wound. Bit of a higher strength one. This one you can reroll that 1. Oh, there's 2 6s, but not a lot of other stuff. So 2 normal wounds and 2 6s, and the minus on this I think is -1.
That's correct.
So it'll be up to a 3 up, back down to a 2 up. So we'll do the 4 and the 5
yeah,
first.
This is -1 damage. It's just 1 damage.
Just 1, okay. Yeah. So the Land Raider's up to 4. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then so they're the 2 4s and 5s. So these are the next is the 2 -2s. So these are 3 ups because he's in cover. He saved from all the shots.
Yep.
So I think Dave's got left. He's just thinking about he's got some snipers.
Yeah.
The captain and the whirlwind still left. Don't think he fancies his chances popping a Land Raider with a whirlwind, but he might bring it down if he starts to. You know, he start getting it really low. There's a good chance, a good charge, and a lucky hit off a Razorback may finish it off. Or does he come downfield and take on these guys who are a very dangerous unit? It's a.
Snipers, these boys.
So the snipers are coming against the crawlers, Malefic Bride crawler wallers. It's 3 hits. Now he's looking for 5s to wound, but 6s being good.
Hey.
So we've got 1 mortal wound in addition to a wound. So we're going to save of a. Again, they're in cover and obscured. So
-1 extra for the Storm of Fire again.
So it's a save on the armour, which would have been a 3, 2, but then the -1 for the 6. And it would have been, would have been a demon save as well. So then the mortal wound which goes through is its disgusting resilience. So again, proving a tough little unit to crack these.
Right.
I think obviously, really, this guy needs to be a lot closer so his guns can come into the fray, doesn't he?
Man, you're dropping a 3-inch movement.
Get in. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
The tic tacs.
Just the whirlwind then.
So where's the whirlwind going to go?
Marines at the back way.
So these Plague Marines have just been sitting there peacefully playing cards or something in the back, about to get a big shock.
2d3. 4.
So we're hitting on 3s. Re-rolling all failed because the Chaplain Master's still nearby. And these will wound on 3s. So 3 wounds. There's no 6s there, was there? No. So 3 wounds at -2 will knock these up to a 5, but they're sitting in cover. So they're on a 4. Ooh, 3 lots go through. So these are 3 lots of 2 wounds each. So the first guy is dead. The second guy is dead. The third guy is dead. Well done. 3 Plague Marines popped in the backfield. Is there any more gun?
Negative.
I think that's it. So
we'll charge on the Land Raider.
Well, I will owe you a morale check. So we'll do the charging stuff first if you're gonna do that. So. We'll see what your distance is. Well, we'll see what your distance is if you get in, and then I'll do some Overwatch. So he's 6 inches. We'll measure that up. I'm not sure. Right. So he's in. The Razorback's definitely in. So we're going to do some Overwatch. So the las cannons. Oh, I've got a hit.
Yeah.
It doesn't wound. That always happens on Overwatch if you get a hit, doesn't it?
Heavy bolter.
And the heavy bolter. So he's definitely in because he's got 8 wounds left. We'll can it strip him down. A couple of hits with a heavy bolter. Just 1 wound, so he's got a 4 up save.
He's good.
Which he saved, so we'll move him in.
Crunches in there. Okay, a bit of vehicle combat. I don't know how this works.
Well, I think for your profile, you're on 6 attacks still. Sorry, 3 attacks, and you hit on 6s.
6.
So you hit on 6s. Yep, I think strength 6, so a 7, so it'll be 1 and a 5, no wounds. So the Land Raider, in his base profile now, bottom profile, 1 attack, hits on a 6. Nope. So that's a negative, negative. We'll move into the morale phase, and down here these guys have lost 3 guys. The Soldier's still alive, leadership 8. They're fine, good. Whew, I had no command points, so that's pretty handy. So that's the end of turn 3. We'll see what they've scored. So area denial, yeah, I do have a unit within 12, but nothing within 6, so that's 1. You've secured 4, so that's 2. Assassinate, you haven't killed a character. So are you going to keep that or ditch it?
Yeah, I'll keep that one.
Keep that one. Okay. So they've scored at the minute 3 points to the Death Guard's 8, including the first blood. So at the end of Dave's turn as well, the defend 2 is going to come into play. I'm going to score that one for 2 points, which leaves me with Blood and Guts and 3 more cards to draw. So Death Guard turn 4, we've got Blood and Guts still. Drew no prisoners, which is just kill something. So I kill something in the fight phase, I'll get more points. We've got Secure 5 and Secure 6. So Objective 5 is right next to Marine Lines. Obviously Papa Nurgle wants me to push forward through this thingy, smash into them because Objective 6 is there. But I don't have a lot of mobility left now to get guys forward. So I'll have to see what we can do. Pretty quick movement phase for the Death Guard. These Blight Crawlers have moved up there 10 inches. Again, a good unit. These are proving pretty good this game. They haven't shot yet. So if they hit something this turn, they'll be very good. But the fast, they're proving quite durable.
Very durable, yeah.
The Demon Prince has moved up to give them a reroll 1. The Plague Caster's moved, obviously, through the cover because Infantry can go through. He's moved there, just up behind. The other Plague Caster's moved the other way. Now, he's not in range of Smite or anything like that, but on my Asmar Pestilence is definitely in range, if need be, on the Land Raider, which has fell out, but not before these guys conga lined out. Foul Blight spawn, probably going to open up first, and then these guys hopefully got a chewy marine target they can eat into. These marines have just stayed still. There's not really much. You never start pushing them forward, not really much you can get in range of or do. I'm just playing to hope that Objective 3 comes up or hold the line or something like that. So with that, we'll go into the Psychic phase. Right, Psychic phase should be pretty quick because a lot of the powers are out of range now. So the Plague Caster there is going to miasma Pestilence these guys, which goes off just on a 6. So again, they're -1 to hit. And like I said, I'm not going to risk anything else with the Demon Prince. And the other Psyker down there with the Gift of Contagions out of range. So we'll go straight into the shooting phase. So Fowly McFowly is going to shoot at this first. So the strength of his Flamer is strength 9. I've got no command points here, so on a good roll. He's got 2 auto hits. Oh, but it is a plague weapon, so it can reroll 1s. So it's got 2 wounds. Now it's -3 save and 3 damage a pop. So they both failed. So he's down to 2 wounds on the Razorback because there's guys in here, which is why I'm trying to pop it. Now the Land Raider can't shoot. Nothing else can see these guys. So they're going to do their little icky bitty hand flamers. So little mini flamers here, or pistol D6. So we've got 3d6 shots. 9, nice. These auto hit because they're flamers, but they're strength 3, so I need 6s. But it is a plague weapon, so I'm going to reroll 1s. Yeah. Wow, so that's 4 wounds, but no 1s. There's no negatives on it, so you've got 4 3-ups. Looking for a couple of 2s and 1s here. Got it, it's gone. Just down to 2 wounds, so does it blow? This could kill a lot of stuff if it does. No. It doesn't blow, so we'll let Dave, obviously infantry can go through ruins, so his guy could get to the other side of this if they want. There's no way I could wrap around it to stop them all getting in. So we'll let him get his guys out and see where they end up. So these guys have come out. Dave's decided, he thought long and hard about it, but if he went through that side of the wall, he'd maybe lose some overwatch because of the doorway there. He wouldn't be able to see them properly. And he also wants to make sure my guys, if I do charge, get a bit closer to this guy, so he has to not move next turn and maybe gun them to death. So we'll go round to some other units on the other side. So last unit I've got shooting in range are the Crawlers, and they're going to put their multi-melters into this guy. See if I can rinse him. And I'm going to put the missile launchers. Into this guy.
Which one? The radio.
The mortis.
Mortis, right.
But Derridao's got an in-one, hasn't he?
He does.
I need to try and get rid of stuff that doesn't have an in-one. Or do I go everything at this guy?
Well, he's got an in-one.
He has, and he's got 5 wounds left as well. You know what? Oh, no, I'm going to split it. I need to get rid of some las cannons. So we're going to go multi-melters here, missile launchers here. So we're going to start with the multi-melters. So these hit on 4s, because there's only 2 of them left in this squad now, and they can reroll 1s because of the prince. Good start, 2 hits. Very good start, 2 wounds. So Dave's got 2 in-ones. He's passed 1, failed 1. So it's D6 because I'm not in good enough range. Oh!
It's done. It's done.
He's got his iron hands. This is going to be close.
I'll never get a 6.
He's made 1, which is 5 wounds.
He's gone. Yeah.
Boom. Does he explode?
He explodes on a less than I do.
He definitely explodes on a 6, so we'll measure up and see who's in range.
Well.
Wow. Right, so when this guy explodes, we'll have to turn the camera off because I wasn't 100% sure, but I said to Dave, I'm sure this is really nasty when it goes. And it's a 9-inch D3 mortal wounds, which will put the Tech Marine in the... Well, he can't die because he's got 4 wounds. The Chapter Master, the Scouts. This guy's safe. He's just... Whew, he's safe. But this guy's taking D3 and this guy's taking D3. And obviously this guy's going to get some missile shots. So
Tech Marine.
The Tech Marine. 1.
Takes 1. Does that put on 3?
Yeah, down to 3 wounds, yeah. The
Captain.
The Chapter Masters took 1, so he'll be down to 4 wounds.
Scouts.
Start with 5. I knew you'd roll 3 on the Scouts.
You get 3?
Yeah, but, oh, sorry, you'll get all your iron hands for these as well.
Oh, okay.
So just leave the 3 next to them for now. What do you say about these as well?
Mortis.
Is there 3?
Yeah.
3 mortal wounds on that guy. And then the Whirlwind as well, which is just in the 9. 2 on him. So there's 2 definitely gone off the Whirlwind, and we'll do some iron hand saves and come back. So after that kaboomy, the Tech Marine is obviously down to 3 wounds. The Captain lost a wound. The Dreadnought lost a wound. And the Scouts had 3 guys killed. So I was pretty good shooting. I'm glad I split my fire. It never works, but this time it seemed to pay off well.
Christ, not even done with
And then obviously the missiles, we're going against this guy. So there's a chance now, if I get good roll, I can reroll 1s because the Daemon Prince, I kind of kill it anyway. So it's hit, it'll wound on a 3. No, it doesn't wound. So I suppose I'd take that. That was
just a bit.
Yeah, I'll tell you that was a good result. So we're going to go into the charge phase. So charge phase going in, starting down here, the Death Shrouds are going in first against the tactical squad, as is the Foul Blade Spawn, so I want to push this guy up. So charge distance for these guys, they're definitely in, and the Foul Blade Spawn, yeah, nah, he's out, so he'll be sitting out, but these guys will go in. We'll let Dave do some Overwatch off camera. So these guys are in, no damage, well a couple of hit wounds taken on Overwatch, but past the saves. So we'll go straight into the assault phase. Now these guys are 3 attacks a pop, and the champion gets 4.
Sergeant.
The sergeant, so the plague reaper is going to give them a plus to their strength to take them to strength 8.
Nice.
So this is brutal. So these hit on 3s, and there's death to the false emperor as well.
Is that reroll 1s?
So no, so 6s generate additional hits.
Oh yeah. So you got another 3 to come.
These will go, and I'll reroll these misses in effect for death to the false emperor.
Yeah.
So they all hit. Now these wound on 2s, and then -3 save, D3 damage. So wow, that's a full house. 7 wounds. So Dave's got 7 saves of 6s. These guys normally don't make it in very often because they just get picked on.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, so they're all gone, which gives me...
No, I got my iron hands as well, didn't I?
Oh sorry, yeah, so how many failed? 7. So the first one is 2, a 3.
2.
So 1's dead. 2's dead. The 3. 3's dead. How many's in the squad? 4?
Yeah,
5?
5, yeah.
A 2 is dead. A 1. Yeah, dead.
Yep.
So they're dead, so we'll
consolidate
these up definitely because that Dreadnought's dead. But I think I might still hug that crater cover because there's still a lot of las cannon stuff to come this way. So big turn for the Death God there because we score blood and guts. because we killed something in the fight phase. We also score no prisoners, but we killed 3 units this turn because we killed the Leviathan, we killed the tactical squad and the Razorback.
Yes.
That's right, isn't it? So that will be D3. Ooh, for 3.
Yeah.
So I think it's getting away from the iron hands now.
Just a bit.
Secure 6 is still in Dave's lines, and secure 5 we haven't made a move to yet. So we'll keep a hold of those for now and go into Marine turn 4. So high command toying with Dave there. Psychological warfare, always a good one to draw when all the units are pretty much, you know, as low as they can be anyway for taking morale checks, and probably not going to happen. No mercy, no respite is kill a unit or make a unit fail a morale check. That's doable. There's a couple of smaller units there, especially those Plague Marines at the back. If they have another good round with the Whirlwind, could get rid of those. Assassinate still on the cards, and secure objective 3. So objective 3 is down here, right at the far end of the table. Obviously the big T's for Dave, that one. Assassinate, I do have a few characters out. He's still got his snipers. There's the dude in the ruin down there on 2 wounds, but obviously Dave's sniper squad took a bit of a battering last turn, so he's only got 3 of them left. There's also a character down here. None of these guys are characters. What was the other card, Dave? A secure?
Objective 3, assassinate, character, kill a unit, and make you fail a morale check.
Yeah, so basically Dave's this turn priority is to kill a unit. So the other ones, you know, are going to be really, really tricky to score. Full on retreat from the iron hands here this turn. Obviously Dave's cards, there's no incentive to push forward at all.
Got no close combat capability anyway.
Yeah, so with that, he's basically these guys, even in my turn of a move here, I'm just out of a 12-inch charge range. So he's basically pulling everything back this turn and deciding to put as much damage into the units as he can.
Technique's going to heal first.
So yeah, healing up the dread. It's a couple of wounds back, so he's back up to full.
No, he's on 9.
Yeah, they get 8 wounds, don't they? So he's back up to full.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
So dread's back up to full wounds. So we'll let Dave decide where he's going to stop shooting. Right, so the freshly healed Mortis Dreadnought now. He's had his Lucasade. He's coming pumping into these guys. He can reroll all he's failed because the
Chapter Master.
Yeah.
3 hits. Reroll 1s for Lieutenant.
That's 1 wound, isn't it? Yeah. So he'd be a 5 up. Demon save? No. So we've got D6 damage coming through.
So you're going to kill 1 in it?
2. Yeah, well, it's not enough to kill 1 with 2. Oh, especially when he passes both these disgustingly resilient saves.
Do this one at them as well.
So this one, Twin Las. So the -1 to hit because of the Miasma Pestilence, which I didn't point out before.
Right.
So this guy will be hitting on 4s, but he can reroll 1s and 2s. So he's got a hit with each. 3s to wound on each. That's 6 extra as well, isn't it? So,
right. So we're going to kill 1, won't it?
Well, I tell you what, they're both the same saves. They're both going to be on the demons. So 5 ups. So no. So you got 2d6. But yeah, he's right. It can only damage can't spill over.
It's 2 weapons, so I don't know how it works. Yeah.
Well, just roll them. Yeah. I'll do whichever one you want first,
well,
in case it does. Because it goes to a different unit. Yeah. So this be 4 off that and 3 off that. So we're going to do the 4 first. It's got a better chance of killing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up to you? That's got a better chance of killing it than I've got 4 wounds, so you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to fail them all, otherwise if I passed.
That one's on 1, wasn't he? Is he not? Is that not what that is?
No, I just passed. No, that's the -1 to hit.
Ah, okay.
That one's on 4, so I'll do the 4 because if I fail these, then you've got a chance of causing 3 wounds on another one. So he's passed 1, so he's on to 1 wound.
And then
and he passed another one, but he's took 2. Yeah, he blows up on a 4. Yeah. Oh no, Dave needed a blow up there as well. Yeah. So all the guys on foot here, just to point out, are out of range, otherwise you would have tried to tickle this guy. So they're going to throw some shots into these guys over here, but they've got obviously the captains and the lieutenant got mastercrafted.
And he's got a regular bolt gun.
He's hit. Yeah. Doesn't wound because they're T5.
Yeah. And okay, these are both mastercrafted. Are they both the same weapon?
No, your captain's 2. Well, your master
captain 2s, and then the lieutenant. So
both hit.
Now it's the same.
Both for the additional -1 as well. Right, so, well, I'm in cover, so I'm back down to a 2 up. But these are 2 damage if any have failed, aren't they?
I think it might be -1 to start.
Is it mastercrafted? I'll let Dave check because if it's initial -1, then definitely one's failed.
-1, so it goes to -2, yeah.
So one's failed, and they are 2 damage, yeah.
That's right.
So we need 2 disgustingly resilience. So he's passed, so one of the guys is down to a wound. Not bad for small arms. Yeah. So Dave's snipers, 2 snipers who passed the morale before, are coming in. They've got 2 hits against my Psyker down there, yeah. He's looking, oh, you know what it is? We're saying you're looking for a good lucky roll here. So that's 2 wounds and 2 mortal wounds. So
he's only on 2, only.
Yeah, so you'll get a 2-up armor save against the 2 normal wounds because he's in cover, which he's passed. But now he's got...
with a minus as well?
But there's no minus... Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He's failed 1. So there's 1 wound because there additional -1 AP and mortal wounds in addition. So 3 5-ups. Passed 1. Which means he's dead.
Yeah, and that's got to kill the character.
And Dave's got Assassinate as a card, so... Well done. That was massively unexpected, but we did see you do a lucky shot of someone here.
Something, eh?
So these guys have found the target. So moving on to Derrideo Dave again. So this guy is, you know, Dave's thought long and hard and he's decided to split fire absolutely everywhere.
And remember, he's got heavy bolters.
Yeah, so he's going these missiles against this guy, which is 2d3. So 4 shots. He's going to be at -1 to hit. So he'll be hitting on everything there. That's fine. Wow, I think they've all wounded.
Yeah, and
one additional -1. So it's a standing -1, isn't it?
Yes.
So we've got, well, 1 save there because of this demon save. And 2 saves. So I saved on the additional -1 and that one. So 2 have gone through and they're 1 damage a pop.
That's right.
So we've got disgustingly resilience. No, so he's taking 2 damage on the crawler. Okay. Then it was next was heavy bolters against the...
Should forget about
these guys.
Reroll 1. Is it?
All hit.
Reroll 1.
And it'll be 4s, yeah, and 4s to wound. And obviously the 6s are even better than before. So we've got 2 normals. It's 4s because of the T5.
Sorry.
So we've got 2 normals and 1 extra hard wound. So these are 2-ups. And this will be a... 3 up,
yeah.
3 up, yeah, so it's passed. Because obviously 2-up Terminator armor in cover, but it would be -2, so 4 up.
And the Anvilus against the Land Raider.
Yeah, he's got a bead on it down there, so he's going to try and strip some wounds off this guy. So everything looks like it's hit. He's looking for 4s to wound again, 6s will be good. Wow. 6, but no super good, so he's looking at 2s. So he's stripped another wound off the Land Raider, which will knock him down to 3, still in his bottom profile. Which leaves Dave's Whirlwind, so let him have a think about where this guy's going. So he's thought he's going to go for the Death Show Terminators there and get rid of them. Wow, good. 5 hits, well 5 shots.
3, 4, 5.
He'll be hitting on 3s and he can reroll because the Chapter Master's here. So it's all hit and he's wound on 3s. You can reroll the 1, yeah. So we've got 4.
Yeah.
At -1. Now obviously they're still in the cover because they're infantry. So they're still on 2-ups. But if any of these go through, they're 2 damage a time. So there is 1. And there's 1 on 1 wound. So 2 disgustings. No. So he's dropped the wounded guy down there. Right. So Dave this turn will score no mercy, no respite because he killed the Playcaster, which also gets him assassinate. But he's stuck with 2 duff cards here because he's going to get rid of 3, which is right in my zone. Psychological warfare as well is a bit of a tricky one. Because I've got no units big enough left, I think, to fail morale. Yeah. So the Death God turns it cards there on turn 5. Master the Warp, Secure 1, Big Game Hunter, Defend and Secure 5. So they really want me to get that old Terminator armor. We'll have a look. So here's objective 5, which this crawler can get to, which will score me that points. Master the Warp obviously is just a psychic power, so I've got 2 guys left that can attempt that. Just to push on, I think. See if I can tickle these Marines. No, there's not a lot left. This one's worth the points for me this turn though, so we'll come back after the Death God turn anyway. Plague Marine Squad have stayed put. Again, I'm just out of 3 of this objective because it hasn't come up yet. But just in case I can like maybe push up and get out of my objective zone or push back to stay in it. Tallyman's hanging fire on objective 2. There's nothing really he can do, just stay in there. The Psyker advanced up from behind to get in to have a look for this, help this Daemon Prince out, who's jumped over now to secure objective 1. Then the Crawler's moved round to sit next to objective 5, secure and defend it. These guys got a 6-inch on their advance move because I knew I couldn't charge, so they're hiding round beside the bunker, which takes them out of line of sight.
Most of it.
Most of the heavy guns. I think I got a 5 for this guy as well to advance, which is pretty fast, so he's coming up. He's miles away from the action, but he moves faster now than the Land Raider, so there's no point in getting in it. And that moved round as well, just to get a bead down. So it's heavy ball. I can see things like the scouts and then do its other things. So with that, I've got Master of the Warp, so we're going to go into the Psychic phase. We'll see what's in range. So the Psychic phase there, we're going to Miasma of Pestilence, the Daemon Prince. Nope, doesn't go off, got no command points. So I'm not going to get Master of the Warp this turn. Actually, you know what? The Daemon Prince is going to attempt his Blades of Purification, just so I can try and get Master of the Warp, which does go off. So he gets a... He can +1 to his... not +1 to his wound roll. The wound roll's 1 less in combat, but more importantly, that scores me Master of the Warp. And then we'll move into the shooting phase. So Gribbly McGribbly is going to go for the Dead of Day-O. He's going to attempt it. All guns blazing. He's out of range of anybody helping now. So the multi-melter hits, wounds. So you're on your... Oh, he's saved, doesn't he? That's his end one. So the missile launcher hits, doesn't wound. But this guy's sitting where he needs to be now. He's going to start to defend that and score it.
Land Raider.
So the Land Raider is going to pump its twin heavy bolters into the scout squad.
Scouts.
And it's going to do its las cannons. Tell you what, we'll go for the Mortis Dread. Bit of an easier target to kill.
Okay, yeah, with all of them?
Yeah, with all 4.
Okay, we'll do it first.
So we don't mess around. I'll do the heavy bolter first.
Heavy bolter. You can still do them.
That's 2 hits, because he hits on a 5 now, he's so damaged. Wounds on a 3. 1 wound.
Yeah.
That's a dead guy. Oh no, Iron Hand, sorry.
Hey!
So it's not a dead guy.
All the ones to save him, usually scout.
I know. And there's no hits against the Dreadnoughts.
Any more shooting?
That's it. That's all I've got. And I'm so far... I can't. I'm well out of range, yeah, in the advance, so I'll have to tally up my points. So this turn, I will secure 5. I'll secure 1. I'll Master the Warp, which is 3 points. I've started to defend 5. But I won't get Big Game Hunter because he's still... I haven't killed any of those Dreads or the Whirlwind yet, which will put an additional wound on before, because I forgot, honestly, the Whirlwind gets 11 wounds to start.
While we're here?
So over here, let's draw Dave's cards. Right, turn 5, yeah.
So we've already got 1, that's 2.
No prisoners, kill something.
Kill units.
Oh, yeah, that's getting scored. Domination. I think everyone knows what that is.
Defend 4, so I'll defend 2 turns, and lastly, defend 6.
Oh, we'll take a look where those are. End of the movement phase there. The Scouts and the Dreadnought here have stayed still. Obviously, Dave's got defense 6, which is going to come in big. The Chapter Master and Lieutenant are just within a bubble range of everybody. The Daredevil did move this turn.
To be able to see them.
Because he wants to get a little bit of a bead on these guys, because they're a bit dangerous sitting there. There's not much down here that can't see them, and obviously that 2-up Terminator armor, 4-up Invun's a bit intimidating to small arm fire. The Tech Marines moved in, because I think he's going to heal the Daredevil. Nice, 3. So he goes up to 12. I think that's 1 off his starting wounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
So straight into Dave's shooting phase. So he's really he's looking to clear this guy off yet. So he's Morty Dread, and obviously I failed my Asthma of Pestilence this turn. So you'll be hitting on normals. Yep. Reroll all of them. Jesus. It's a good job the chapter master's barking at him.
Different 4 dice. Get rid of them. Burn them.
A couple of hits, yeah. Wounds on 3s. Just the 1. So it'll be a demon save. Nope. So it's going to be D6 damage. 3 damage. 3 disgustings. So he's dropped another 2 wounds down to 4. Yeah.
Everything had him.
Yep, same again. This guy didn't move as well. He was contemplating moving him up here, and then he'd be within charge range, but he's decided he'd shoot him off the objective anyway. So there's 3 hits, and they all wound this time. So we'll do a 2 for the las cannons. So we've saved 1, and we've got the missile launcher, which we haven't saved. So there's 4. So this could get him.
Yeah.
I need him to pass at least 1 of these. Well, he's passed 2, so he's down to 2 and he's hanging in because I've got defend 5.
Yeah, bolt gun him. 2 master crafters.
Yeah.
1 on a 2, 1 on a 3.
You can reroll. They both hit. No wounds.
Nothing. And the normal bolt gun from the Tech Marine.
Yeah. Hits. Does wound. Doesn't save. Doesn't. So the Tech Marines.
Last cannons kind of do it, but a bolt gun can.
Oh, that knocks him down to his last wound.
Right.
But you do have
2 snipers as well.
And a whirlwind.
Right, well, I've got my heavy bolters as well, but they want to go at them.
He's got some decisions. A lucky couple of sniper shots, I think, might be worth the effort here. They don't really have much else they can shoot at because all the characters are on full wounds. So you can reroll that. 2 hits.
Yes.
That's a wound.
That's it.
Well, it's 2 wounds. One at -1 and a mortal wound in addition. So the
one at an extra minus as well.
So we've got a 3 up. Passed. Then we've got a 4 up. Passed.
And a mortal.
But it also causes a mortal, so on a 5 up. No, so he's gone. And there's no one close enough for him to blow up. So that's going to score Dave a point, I think. So Derridale Dave has just had an energy drink again, been healed up. He's going to auto-cannon shots into the Land Raider to try and get rid of that guy sitting on 3 wounds. Obviously, the middle ground here is all held by characters, which isn't a good thing for Dave. So he's then going to pump his heavy bolter shots and the missile launcher into these guys. So was it definitely heavy bolters, missile launcher, and the auto cannon into them?
Over here, yeah.
Right, okay.
The auto cannons going in. Yep.
Yeah, so he did move this turn. So he'd be hitting
3s.
on 3s, yeah.
No, let me check that.
So he's hitting on 3s, but he can't reroll 2s.
Reroll 1s though.
So it's a full round of hits. These are 4s to wound. And you can reroll the 1s because the lieutenant's it. You've got a 6 as well, haven't you? So you've got 2 6s. So you've got 5 on 2 ups and 2 on 3 ups, yeah?
Good little got that storm of fire.
That's coming really handy for you this game.
You've basically turned them into ladder cannons.
So these are the 2 ups. So I've dropped the wound. It's 2, 3 ups. Oh, he saved. He's down to 2 wounds on the Land Raider. Oh no, it's 2 wounds a pop. This is the auto gun, isn't it? So he's dropped 2 wounds, so he's took 4 wounds, so he's gone.
Right, lovely, good heavy bolter. So
the Land Raider's gone, took that off. Nobody close enough for the explosion, so we just took it straight off, yeah. And then he's got his heavy bolters in here. So they've all... He can't reroll the 2, because it would have been a hit, but he moved. Correct. So he's got 5 hits. And these are 4s to wound, and he can reroll 1s. Wow, good rune. Oh my god, you're getting some good rolls here. So we've got 2 at normal, 3 at -1. We've got 2 2-ups. 3 3-ups. Oh, so 1's took a wound, but he's got his disgusting. Yeah, so lost the wound on one of the Terminators.
And then 2 D3.
For the missiles. So it's 4 shots.
3 4, yeah. 3s, reroll the 1, yeah.
Yeah. They all hit. Ooh, no wounds this time. So the Whirlwind, only 2 targets really left to it, because I just mentioned everything else in the middle ground's characters, so it could either go Plague Marine's backfield or these guys, but obviously these guys are an immediate threat if this game goes on, so he's got 2 shots of these guys hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, and he can reroll 1s because the lieutenant's there. He's got 1 wound and it's a 6 again, so this is -2, so it'll be a 4 up. No, and it's 2 damage. So we've got the Disgustings. Oh, he saved them both. Saved them both.
I think that's it, isn't it?
I think that's the end of Dave's gun. So the
Tech Marine will charge you.
What? Is he? Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure how far away he is, but my little flamers are only 6 inches, so you know it's not the size; it's how you use it. So well, I'm told anyway. But
some things might charge you as well. Yeah.
He's going for it.
Your character will charge you there as well. He's on a 12-inch charge and he's on 7 or 8 minutes.
Looks like 8 from here, yeah.
There you
so
go.
you're going to go with the
you got your
Tech Marine foot. I've got no Overwatch in range.
Tech Marine.
If you're 8 inches away, I've got nothing. So he's definitely in with an 11, so you can come right round and give that captain some room. Wow, this is the bravest you've been, I think, all game. What's going on? No, so he's out.
So he'll pile in. Good area.
Right, now he's got 1 attack with a servo arm, Then he's got a power axe as well, hasn't he?
No, it's a chainsaw. So he gets
he just chainsawed him.
Aye.
So the Tech Marine's going to roll. He's going to roll a different colour dice for the servo arm, which will be at -1 to hit. So the servo arm's hit, and he's got a chainsawed hit because he hits on 3s. And the servo arm's wounded, and the chainsawed wounded. Now he's just out of range. Oh, it's only shooting anyway for the Storm of Fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll do the chainsawed on a 2+. Yeah, and the other one on a 4+ cataphracti. No, so the servo arm's gone through, so it's D3 damage.
Is it? Right.
Yeah. For the 1, so he's got his disgusting. He saved it.
Aye.
That's going to be a dead Tech Marine here.
Whoop.
So we haven't rolled these yet. I'm just getting them out of my pocket. So we've got obviously the champion still in there and the normal guy. So that's 7 attacks in total, hitting on 3s, with the 6s being death to the false emperor. So they all hit, and these are strength 8, so they'll be wounding on 2s. So that's a full house. So the Tech Marine will be saving on 5 ups, so he's got a 2 up to start.
He's gone.
And yeah, well, these are D3 damage a time. He's got.
Yeah, he's gone.
I think Dave's more than happy to say he's dead. Wow. I didn't expect him to kill him, to be honest, but it's interesting. So I'll tell you what we'll do. The person who went first rolls to see if the game goes on to turn 6.
Go.
Which was me. So on a 1 or a 2 the game ends. On a 3 up it goes on. And that's the end of the game. On a 1 or 2. So we'll total up the points.
I don't think we need to do that.
Let's see what happens. Right, so we've totaled up the points, and Dave's come out with 10. Is that what we just said?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was 10. And the Death Guard at the minute, they've got 17 plus Line Breaker. So for a total of 18.
It's crushing.
It's one of the games. Yeah. It's a really strange game. It was really strange because I didn't expect to have like a standy off shooty game. It's funny as well, right? We're talking when I set the scenery up, not knowing the game and the mission, and then once we'd set it up, I put an objective right in the middle, and we both thought everything would revolve around here. And the cards we've drawn have just not been that way, have they? They've just been. I think I got really lucky with my cards early on, which was like obviously score and hold this, and my cards were progressive, so it was like get that, score and hold this, get that, which worked for me. Whereas yours were like.
What's interesting is
get stuff over there.
The flying Daemon Prince has only went from there to there, but he's actually scored 5 points.
Yeah, to get, it's like, you know, you do MVPs and stuff. He shouldn't get it because he's done nothing. But at the same time, that Warlord card, which I was saying off camera, it's a nice card, but sometimes it
cheats the game too much.
It does. If it's really close and really easily achievable, it feels like a bit of a cheat. If it was something like assassinate or slay the Warlord, then at least you're going barreling in to kill somebody else's characters. So he scored 5 points for just flipping his wings and scattering round.
Didn't matter anyway, he was still that far ahead.
But look at the stuff that's died, like the 3 crawlers have gone. I've never played a game where all of them have gone. The Land Raider's gone, the Hellbrute's gone, big squad of Plague Marine's gone, Sega gone.
It all happened too late though.
One of the Terminators.
Last 2 turns or something.
I think I would struggle to get into this lot now. You know, these guys would have to come if one on return and do some really hard work.
There's nothing there in combat as well, is this?
But the thing is, I'm so far away that it's either, if it did go on, I'd either get into you, or you'd just keep coming turns of shooting me off the board until I got into you. So, really, really strange game.
Leviathan was very costly for us because it only fired its storm cannon a couple of times.
Yeah, he was just out of range, wasn't he? He was just out of range with everything.
I was waiting for your Land Raider to come around, but obviously...
I didn't, I was scared.
Yeah.
And plus you kept getting this objective with it, like it just kept popping up. When the Leviathan started to move this way, then it was like, get objective 4. So you had to move back, well, you didn't have to, but you decided to move back that way. And by doing that, the way we had all this cover here, with so many windows, there was good lines of fire like through it from both sides.
Yeah.
But occasionally, just the way things had been moved, through either tactical genius or sheer luck, mostly sheer luck, was like the odd gun over here, just couldn't see the Plague Marines down here to put a couple of pot shots. And obviously, you know, Dave picked the best zone for the objectives, but the objectives didn't come up.
No.
And I think I've played games where you do that, the objectives keep coming up, and this player loses. There's nothing they can do to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that sometimes if the cards aren't with you, you know, I had the worst setup zone, but I had a lot of cover to move through.
Yes.
So it blocked a lot of line of sight, and it meant things like tanks could be in cover and obscured, which you don't normally get a lot of, do you? And it helped me out a little bit, really. But That 6s for your warlord trait as well. I didn't expect you to get as many of those.
Yeah, that was very effective.
But that was a good game. Strangely, I do a right-handed one this time. Spin it around. Good game. So Death Guard victory against the scummy Iron Hands. I can't say that. I love my Iron Hands as well. But wow, look at that, man. Realistically, 3 Plague Marines, 3 or 4 characters left alive. Not much. Not much. They are. That's the difference. Yeah. And with the character, the way it goes shooting wise,
you can only hit the one at the front.
Exactly. So it is really. It's tough, isn't it? Because obviously, like I said, these guys got disgustingly resilient. If I make a couple of saves, all of a sudden, you're wasting 3-4 las cannons in a character.
That rule's really powerful. Really powerful.
It's cool. It'll be interesting to see.
Go through, just don't count.
It'll see what they do with the beta rules, because you can target characters. You can ignore a character on like 9 or less wounds. So you could look at the Demon Prince and say, actually, you know what?
I could pick a character sort of thing.
Screw him. I'm going to shoot him because he doesn't have an invuln and he's got less wounds.
Well, after them Terminators, we'll have to go first, of course.
Yeah, you couldn't have another unit closer. But that was really good. That was a proper both started out both ends of the table, and obviously you just sat there and took it. And
I did have some things to move forward, but
come get me. Well, that's why I wanted to pop these things. Yeah. I picked on your mobility early on, and you likewise, you made sure you kept hitting the walkers, you kept hitting the Land Raider, so stuff couldn't come forward, and it just turned into
that Land Raider did a lot of damage.
It did actually. It did really. I don't know. We're talking beforehand, and we don't normally take them. No. And I said today, I just want to try it. It can take 10 men, which isn't fantastic.
You positioned it well, because the only thing that could see each other was the Leviathan, and that the Leviathan could only hit it with a storm cannon while it was getting held.
Well, it was getting las cannons and stuff. He was passing in
size of the Leviathan, all my other things couldn't actually see it.
Yeah, I mean that's a thing. Dave's probably this time took less dreadnoughts, and it's just the way it was interesting cover setup. It didn't really benefit anybody until we really started, because we could have just had this whole side of the table or this side of the table. Yeah. But the way things were going, the objectives for me were get this one, and it was literally come round here. That's what it was telling us to do. And yours were telling you to pretty much hold and go around this way and flank. Mm-hmm. But your bikes for me were the target. I had to get rid of your bikes so you couldn't come and smash us up, and your Rhino. Popping the Razorbacks down here, I mean your troop were on foot early so I could deal with them. But the Death Guard, I do like the Death Guard, and I think if you play like a Death Guard should play, it's always seemed to be fun. They should be slow and ponderous, and they just trudge on and on and on. And I've played games against them as well where you feel like you're shooting them and nothing's happening. Yeah. And you're thinking, come on, die, and then it's especially Ricky. Being Ricky Roll's and those 5 and 6s keep popping up, and you're like, my God, just die. But they are disgusting. They are resilient. This guy didn't really do much this game either, but to be fair, he melted a Rhino, he did what he had to do. These guys got in combat, and like I said, these guys normally get picked on a lot because they're nasty when they get in as well. Yeah, very, very nasty. They're lovely. The thing is, I'm a sucker for, looks cool. Yeah. And these models look cool, so even if they're not good and range-wise and that, they're not fantastic, they just look good, and they do a lot of damage output. And again, the reason I brought the Land Raider today was to try running these in a Land Raider rather than dropping them in.
Just so much points, isn't it?
It's a lot. Well, they're not actually that expensive. They're less than a couple of 100 points, but it's only 3 guys. But the Land Raider has a lot of points, 350.